Hey guys, I've had a couple of you ask me how I set up my looper for some of the songs that I play, and I figured I'd get into it right now and show you how I do it. Now, I'm using my Boss RC-600 as my mixer, and I'm using the headphones output as my monitor output. So it's pretty cool because it's got everything I need and I don't have to carry any extra gear, and I freaking love that. So first off, the first thing you need to do is to pick a blank memory bank. Now, as you can see right here, 47 is completely blank. There's nothing on it. And once you have that, then we need to pick out our tempo. So let's go over here. Let's set the tempo to 115. All right, after you have your tempo, then we're going to set up a guide. Now, by guide, I mean you're going to go ahead and set up your metronome sound. And to do that, we go over to loop, scroll over, go to rhythm, and then this is where you choose the metronome sound. Otherwise, if you don't change it from here, you're gonna hear heavy rock metal drums or whatever in your ears, and that may not be the best thing to try to loop to. So you choose this as your guide, you choose what time signature you're in, and you also get a pattern variation with the metronome, which is pretty cool. So after you have that set up, then we're going to set up our tap tempo, our rhythm, to be able to loop to a track on the Boss RC-600. And in order to do that, we're gonna go to menu, output, routing, and then we're gonna go to input routing. Scroll all the way over to the very end. And this right here, rhythm out. This allows you to loop the rhythm to a track. And that's really important. Now, if you use rhythms on the Boss RC-600 for other songs, when you get done setting up your click track for one song, go ahead and change this back, because if you have a rhythm playing and then you hit another track to record, you're gonna hear the track get recorded onto that track and it's gonna get kind of sloppy. So make sure you change this back when you're done. All right, so we've set this to be able to record onto a track. And then from there, I like to go to mode 2 because I don't use a ton of tracks to loop with. I'll go to mode 2, and then I'll always put my guide on track 6. So I'll go ahead, turn the rhythm on, and then we're gonna record to track 6. I'm gonna turn the rhythm off. Right now, you're hearing the click track on track 6. See, we just stopped it. So that's where your guide is gonna live, and that's how you start off every song. All right, so we switch back to mode 1, and after that, we need to go to our track output routing. So we're gonna go to output, routing, tracks. All right, so when we're recording and when we're looping live, we want everything that we're looping on these tracks to go out to our main output, except for track 6, because that's our guide, that's our backing track, that's our click track. So on your main, you're gonna make sure that everything is turned on except for track 6. So nobody in your audience is gonna hear your click track, and that's really freaking cool. Now you're gonna scroll over, and right here, this is your phone's mix right here. You want to be able to hear everything that you're looping. So you're gonna have all your loops on or all your tracks on, and you're gonna have track 6 on for your headphone mix. Cool, so now that we got that, then we're gonna go to our input routing. Now, once again, this is something that you want. You want everything that you're putting into your looper to be heard in the mains. So I've got everything that I use, which is my mic. I usually don't use a mic 2, but I've got it on. I've got a guitar for my instrument 1, and I've got a drum pad for my instrument 2. So that's all coming through the mains. And then we're gonna scroll over. And then I also wanna be able to hear my instruments in my inner mix, which is my phones. So mic, instrument 1, instrument 2, rhythm. And that's pretty much set up from there. Once that's all done, Then we are going to save our work. And to do that, you just hit exit and enter, and then you go right, enter. And that's how we set up a click track on our Boss RC-600. So, mode 2, before we start the song. Boom. We got it set up. There it is. And I just keep that rolling, and then I'll start looping other parts. So it works. And that's how I set up my looper for some of the songs that I play. It really works for me. If there's a better, simpler way that you guys know about, let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to simplify my life, but this is a way that I'm able to kind of organize everything and have each song sound cohesive and streamlined. So I hope this helped you guys, and if it did, please like or subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.